name's Lois Ellen Frank, and I'm the chef owner of Red Mesa Cuisine in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm going to show you how to make a Native American parfait today using a blue corn mush and a boiled berry compote. We're going to be using 2 cups of frozen berries. We have blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and cherries. 2 cups of chopped peeled apples, 1 cup of applesauce that's unsweetened, and 1/2 cup of apple juice concentrate. So we're going to start with the apple juice concentrate and the apples, and we're going to add that to our pan here and bring it to a boil. Once it reaches a boil, we're going to add our frozen berries and stir it all together. And once it stirs together, we're going to let it reduce, and then we're going to add our cup of unsweetened applesauce. So we're going to put this to the back burner, and while this is going, I'm going to show you how to make the blue corn mush. You can see here I'm mixing everything together. So apples, the apple juice concentrate, and the berries. I like using cherries because I don't like to use agave, but agave is optional if you want to use that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get my water boiling for my blue corn mush, and I'm going to mix together in a bowl the blue corn meal and 1.5 cups of cold water. And the reason we want to do this is because we want to make sure that we have no lumps. And so I'm using a whisk and mixing together just to make sure that there are no lumps in the blue corn mush here. And for those of you that tuned in to the last episode, I'm going to be using culinary ash. Culinary ash adds nutrients, lots of calcium. So 1 teaspoon, which is what we're going to use today, of culinary ash has the equivalent of calcium of a glass of milk. So many Native Americans never needed any dairy, and of course dairy not in our ancestral past. And so now we're going to come over here to the boiling water, and I'm going to show you how we're going to make the mush. So here is my corn mixture. I'm pouring that in. And this culinary ash not only changes the color a little bit of the cornmeal, but again, adding all of those nutrients and making it very, very, very healthy. So we're going to constantly stir this until it gets thick. You're going to see it start to thicken. It happens fairly quickly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour it into cups. This particular recipe makes enough for 8. You can use glass or plastic. So while the cornmeal is cooking, I'm going to come over here and get my cups ready. So we're going to do 8 cups. And we have a batch of the berry compote that we made in advance, and this of course is ready. It has a beautiful color and a beautiful consistency, so it's going to look really nice in our cups once that blue cornmeal is ready. Now, with the blue cornmeal, because this is a dessert, I am going to add a couple of tablespoons of agave while that's cooking, and this is actually a perfect recipe. It can be used for breakfast, it can be used for lunch, it can be used for a dessert, and it is fairly amazing. So we have our blue corn mush and our berry compote ready to go. We have our cups here, and I am going to now take my corn mush with the ash in it and pour just a spoonful into the bottom of each cup. And it is going to solidify fairly quickly. And then you can actually see it. It's pretty Look at that beautiful color. This is an ancestral Native American dish, and we're bringing back all of our ancestral traditions and all the elders that made this and taught us really how to make this dish. So once you've put in all of the corn, we are going to take the berries and put the berries on top. So step 2 is to take the berries, and we're going to put the berries on top of that. So a spoonful of that, and look at how beautiful that is. And we're going for the layers here. And what we're going to do is show you how that looks. And then we're going to add another layer of the corn. And then more berries. So it's actually 2 layers of each. So the next step is to put, again, another layer of the corn on top. Look at that. Beautiful. This is one of my most favorite. This would be good for kids. This is good for elders. This is good any time of the day. You can, of course, eat it warm, but you can also eat it frozen. So it's totally an option to put this into the freezer, making it a frozen dessert. And these layers make a beautiful sort of mosaic, right? We're going to use up all that corn. Beautiful. And then next thing, or last, what we're going to do is we're going to put in the last layer of berries, and we're going to put one more layer. Look at that, different layers there on top. Oh, that's so pretty. And you can just swirl around those cups and take a look at the beauty that you see in all of these cups. They're all different. They all have different layers. Very, very, very pretty. And I think this is just a spectacular and beautiful modern version of a very ancestral dish. So one more, and then you have an option. You can top your parfaits with nuts, which would be very good. You could use the pine nut or the pecan, both of which are indigenous. So today we're going to be using toasted pecans, and we're going to put a teaspoon of chopped toasted pecans on top of our parfaits, and that's going to add some crunch, also some flavor. These nuts just smell so good once they're toasted. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some fresh mint. I grow mint in my garden. This is optional, so if you have it in your garden, you can use it. If not, you don't have to, but it certainly makes a really pretty green on top of that beautiful red and that blue corn. And we have made a great dish very quickly, and it is not only nutritious, it's delicious. This is an ancestral dish in our Native American heritage, and it's something that all of you can make at home, and it's very easy to do. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. Look at how pretty that is. Here's a really pretty one, Walter. And we want to thank the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine and Sun Life Financial for their support for this project and this program. And I want all of you to make this at home. It's very easy to do. It's not hard at all. Stay tuned because we're going to be doing more videos using our ancestral Native American ingredients and easy, quick recipes that are not only nutritious, but delicious. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.